So the Corporation, this is the 8+ race again. It is an interesting one. It's less challenging for the other players than Agabe because they don't have to remember stuff, but it's much more complicated than the Java because, well, many stuff. But then again, it's really interesting. It's a total trade game. You really interact with the other races in actually 3 ways. Where to start it? The basics is the plots. You get 2 plots per race per turn. So these are your plots, and you give them away. You're the corporation that gives away the plots. So and that means that you have to see that what the other races are doing, and you can give whatever plot to whatever race, but of course you usually try to give plots that they can do as fast as possible, because they give you more influence. You have this tracker up here that is your. It's not influence. It has a name. I forgot it. I will mention it soon. And with every plot that you get done, you get 1 or 2 of these. You start with about 30 of these, and then if you get this turn 1 done, then it increases your. It's called investment. Your investment value. So there's a tracker here of these pink dice. And they give you every turn you roll them, and then you can use the values of those. So the more you have, the richer you are, and that's of course understandable. There are no changes to the plots, except that you cannot give players at races plots that they can complete automatically. So they have to do something to get the plot. And the thing for you is that when they do it, you have to pay them. There's always a number here, and in this case, you give them 6 trade goods if they have 4 PDS on the board. And or they can take the 3 bunkers on the same planet. But you still give them. You still have to pay the 6 trade goods because you need your check and balances need to be done. You have quite many stuff here, so I will go through these all. Let's probably start with. Well, we started already. The next one. You have to remember that you are a trade race, so you can trade everything. You have. It's better if you start from here. Your goals is to form the Megathor Rex group, and after that, this is the Megathor Rex group. The corporation can convene the Senate, and the other races have to vote you into the Senate, because you don't have any planets, so you don't technically qualify to be a Senate race. So when you suggest this to a race, it can be not passed, and then they give it back to you, and then you can try to do it again. But if you get that passed, then you can convene the Senate, and then your second goal is to get 5 of these 6 laws enacted in the Senate. And you get 2 investment per passed law. But these are laws that give economic equality to the galaxy. Let's take this standardized work week. The integrated economics lose its effect, and all races gets 1 plot discount. This is the plot discount here. It's the same discount when you get when you control Megathor Rex, but you give them away. You give them away when you pass the law. And of course, the same effect again, not then. But of course, why would they pass these ones? Well, they usually don't want to pass them, but let's look at the other one that you have. You are infiltrating the government. This here, you can bribe up to 2 races per turn with 4 trade good to give them 1 corruption. And this is the orange dice that represent the corruption. If they have a corruption, of course you cannot bribe races that cannot take bribes, but the race gets a 10% chance per turn to take a loan from you. And if the race throws a 1, they get 2 loans. And then you throw with a die 10. And when you have corrupted the government, you can buy their votes in the Senate. If you just have 1 corruption, every vote costs you 1 trade good. And that is expensive. But if you have 2, you get 4 for 3 trade goods, and so on. Up to 6 corruptions that gives you 3 votes per trade good, and that is quite easy to buy yourself some laws for you. Yes, it has to be mentioned you don't have any expenses for say, so everything that you get from the investments you can spend on bribing other races. Of course, you have to spend them also on the plots, but you because you're a banking corporation, you can have double, what it is called, something. So when you pay the plots, you can take loans for that for yourself, and these are the loan coins. So then at the start of the game, when you throw your dice to get the money, you just take away the loans that you have there, and then you can use the rest for bribing and stuff. You can of course buy stuff as well. You can buy mercenaries. I just added the bigger version of the mercenaries into the game, but you like the buying of those mechs as well to protect your investments against Wolrath Cabal or the Necrovirus or Tract. I think I did the plot already. Yes, I did. You can do. Yes, you get. Yes, then you have the chance of when the people have corruption, they have to throw the dice to get. Where the races have, they have a chance to get 10% chance per turn to take a loan from you, and the loan looks like this. If they take it, they get 6 resources this turn, but the next turn they have to pay it back, and it gives the possibility of having, or it gives the loan chance +2. So yeah, so they throw. So it's more likely that they retake the loan if they have a loan taken. You have a CEO, of course, and you can do 1 CEO executive order per turn. You have 3 of these. You can place 3 trade coins, that is trade fleets, in systems where you have investments that cost 5 trade goods, or you can move 10 trade fleets. And landing a fleet on a planet has a 20% chance to give 1 investment, and they move 2. Or you can have the order 3, place 1 bullseye, or move the bullseye. You have this bullseye here that I have to really show you, of course, and that has the text on it that any plots played against the bullseye race gives the doer 2 trade goods. Because if some race starts behaving badly towards you, you can excommunicate them from the plot things, and that's the bullseye view. There are some laws that make the races discard all plots and sue you in court or something like that, and then they get the bullseye as well. You have this special hate relationship with the Naal, It says here the corporation hate the null because they can spot and reveal corrupted senators in the Senate. So because the corruption is what makes them buy votes for you. So only works if you try to buy the votes in the Senate on this agenda. So they can reveal that is a spy for the corporation, and then they have to then you cannot buy votes on that agenda. If but if they also lose the corruption. So you try to bribe them really badly. And of course, you won't tell this to them now that they can, or actually, you will have to do that, but maybe more subtly. Yes, you have a bunch of abilities here. You have unlimited commodities, but you do not trade them unless you make a profit. So the minimum is that you get 5 and give 4. You have special deals. You have two deals with the with the Woolwraith Cabal. You can go to the dark side. You have a go get them deal, and then you have a media rights deal with the corporation. Let's skip this. I don't want to read too much. But you have 3 other corporation deals that you can make to the other races and to these ones, of course, as well. You can have a construction deal or a tech deal or a political deal, and all of these are something that you can trade with. Get them to vote for you. You can even they can even, if they want more money faster, they can do many deals with you. You also like buying relics. You also like buying relic fragments and trading them with you. There is the next ability here, harsh bargaining. You can give 1 pressure card per race per turn if you want to bend the race to your will while bargaining. These are the ones over here. They only last 1 turn, and because the marketplace is saturated by your workers, so you can have them strike. For example, this tech strike. If you give it to a race, then they can take 1 turn less this turn. Or the trade blockade. You get one from all permanent trade routes. There are a bunch of these, and that you can do them. And the carrot and the stick thingy, you can give the money or you can give the pressure, and you probably will. So this is a negotiation game. The best one in the best race for negotiation so far. Oh, and the bookkeeping, I already told you this. You can and should pay the plot rewards with depth. Pay it away when you get trade goods at the start of your turn. The plots I did, those I did. You can spend stuff on anything, and yes. Oh, that's it. That is. I have done everything. You want to infiltrate and get the money, and it's an interesting race. It's actually much more interactive than the other races, and yeah, and of course no warfare. Or actually there is warfare, but you don't. Well, you only have mercenary units, so you can buy them. You can invest in defensive them, but you can of course not invade planets with them because you don't have any planets. You just have investments on a planet. Feel like trying a corporation game? You can of course do it with under 8 players as well. Yes. Yeah. Come and join.